Hey, my name is PolishLynx, and welcome to What's Up in Hollow's Eve, which I actually start recording super late into the night, because basically I'm after a shift at work, 12-hour long shift, as usual, and when I returned I basically ate and fell asleep. I just managed to upload one video, and I uploaded the second one a few minutes ago, and it's after 2 AM. I'm not sleepy anymore, but even for 3 energy drinks ready, just in case. Alright, let us begin. This is by the way, this is an Otome visual novel, so one ending. Hopefully we can get this girl that we can see on the screen now. Some happy ending. Are you telling me that you managed to convince this girl to go with us? What? What? Where is it going? Okay. My best friend's head nods up and down, looking enthusiastically at our other friend. I know I couldn't believe it either. Just imagine her hiking up a mountain. Just imagine all the facials and peels she's going to need afterwards to mend that skin. I roll my eyes at my friend's teasing. Maiden smiles facing me. Are you sure you really wouldn't mind the sunburns? I sigh, shrugging. The truth is, I don't want to go hiking to a creepy old mountain. It's quite scary. And not to mention, there must be a whole bunch of bugs in that place. Maiden puts a hand on my shoulder, probably recognizing my worried face. Hey, Lee, you're gonna love it, right? Alright. I just smiled back at her. To be honest, I'm not quite sure. Oh, wait. My name is... Okay, let's go with Kara. I can't believe that I'm already a graduating college student. And for one final out-of-town trip with my friends before we graduate, we decided to do something different. How different? We'll see. Whoa. The hard, wet ground, the forest feels cold to my cheeks. Hard, wet ground. I eventually stand up in shock, surprised at my current location. This turns out to be a very bad idea, as I feel a jolt of pain course through my whole body. My right leg and arm in particular feel like they are burning. I crumpled back down to the ground in a heap, sobbing. Looking around me, seeing the dense and dark forest, it feels almost surreal to be here. What am I doing here? I rack my brain for any hint of an answer, finally remembering my purpose for being here. My friends and I are on a hike to a popular mountain rest house. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but I don't see my friends anywhere. Where could they possibly be? I dig out my phone in my pocket carefully, my arm still screaming to me in agony. As I make the slightest of movements, I realize in horror that the cracked screen was an effect of what brought me here to this dilemma. A landslide. There was a landslide and we barely managed to avoid it. Help me! Help! I glanced at my cracked phone again, now feeling more desperate than ever. Darn, how am I supposed to make a call now? I say to stay where I am, not minding the dirt on my beautiful dress. It hurts too much to move. Wait, why would you go on a hike into mountains in a dress? I wish I could find some logic in that. Kaboom! A flash of lightning shocks me for a moment, and I immediately decide to run, to the best of my abilities, to the nearest shelter. It feels more like my whole body is on fire, despite the cold mountain air. But I'm in the middle of a forest, with an injured body and no means of communication. Where could I even find a shelter here? Who knows? I zigzag through the densely populated forest, trying to look for any path of sorts to follow. After a few minutes of searching, however, it becomes very evident to me that there is no hope to find a path here. Sobbing once more, I sit back down on the dirty ground, squeezing my arm tightly to stop the pain. No! No! Carly! You can't stay here! You're gonna die in this cold! You have to go! Bracing myself for the pain, I force myself to stand up. I wince, feeling another painful jolt run up through my arm. Picking one direction, I decide to move forward and hope for the best. Lightning continues striking the sky. I wrap my good arm around my body, hoping that my own body heat would be enough to keep me from shivering too much. Rain has started to pour, and I'm feeling terribly cold. Right now, all I want to do is curl up and cry somewhere. I really need to find some shelter for. After walking hopelessly for about an hour, I notice a decrepit-looking mansion up ahead. It looks really ancient. I think it may even be haunted. Should I take a risk? No? No. Yes! I have no choice. I have to seek shelter tonight or I'm going to die from the cold. I limp towards the mansion, trying my hardest to calm my nerves. Ouch. It's a pretty hard thing to do, especially when half of your body is screaming in agony. Don't worry, Kara. You can make it. Despite looking very ancient, I'm starting to believe that there are actually people who live in this place. The grass seems well trimmed. That must mean something, right? I crane my neck to peek inside the vast yard. Whoa, what was that? To my surprise, something blue-looking suddenly darts from somewhere nearby. What was that? My voice may be drowned out by the rain, but it's enough for me to hear the fear in my own voice. I turn around looking for the place where I saw the blue thing. And from my peripheral vision I see it again. A flame. A bluish looking flame. What? My voice shakes with fear, and once again I realize that I'm all alone in the dark and creepy forest. I feel tears well up in my eyes as I start running towards the mansion, panicking now. I want to scream for the door to be opened, but I'm too scared of anyone else hearing me. Running my fingers through my hair, I try to steady my breathing before knocking 3 times on the old wooden doors. I wonder why 3 times. With a creaking sound, the door slowly opens to reveal half a face looking at me. A shocked face, to be exact. Before I could say anything, the face disappears inside and I hear the person running away. What the hell? I stand completely clueless to what I should do next. To my surprise, the door opens again with the same creaking sound. A tall young man stands between me and the door, looking at me very suspiciously. I put on my best smile and open my mouth to speak, just to have the door slammed in front of my face. The nerve! You don't want me, then Strange flashes of blue dart around to my peripheral vision again, and I find myself desperately knocking on the doors. What do you want? Please let me in. I'm not doing that. Please, you have to let me, please! The young man opens the door and looks suspiciously down on me. Staring at him, I could tell that he has no plans of letting me in whatsoever. My heart sinks like lead when the complete severity of my situation starts dawning on me. What did I do to deserve this? I see the young man open his mouth, but before he can say anything, everything turns black all around me. I wake up to the feeling of the warm, fluffy blanket, so unlike the cold, numb feeling I had just experienced in my dream. Feeling the soft cotton of my bed underneath me, I sigh. Oh, thank goodness it was just a dream. The scary forest, the rain, the blue flames I saw. For a moment there, I thought it was real. Victor, I think she's awake. The sudden voice snaps me out of my daydreaming, and I open my eyes to search for its source. The dark eyes of a dark-haired boy sitting next to my bed meets my gaze. With a start, I realize that I'm lying down on an unfamiliar bed in an unfamiliar room, and with an unfamiliar boy sitting beside me. Who are you? What are you? Where am I? What did I do to be? The boy looks visibly panicked now, and immediately stands up from his chair. Victor, run! Who are you calling? I stretch my right arm towards the boy to point at him, only to realize that it's wrapped in bandage from my shoulder to my elbow. I stop moving and realize that a slight hint of pain is emanating from my shoulder area. What? I look at the boy once more and recognize his face from earlier. You're the boy from earlier. He just stares at me, not saying anything. Tell me, what am I doing in this bed? I try to stop, only to feel a jolt run through my leg. Oh. Don't move! Gently, as if to calm me down, he holds his hand out, pulling forward. You're hurt. Having calmed down now, I suddenly realize that I'm most probably inside the boy's house. Did I faint? He nods, confirming my worry. I'm so sorry, I'm really sorry for the trouble. Again, the boy just stares at me, quite expressionless. What's your name? Before he could rip nightfall, another voice comes from outside the room. Vern. The door opens, and in comes two other young men, immediately heading towards the bed. For a moment, all my worst fears seem to have materialized in my head. One of the men, the blonde one, looks down at me, regarding me with a suspicious look in the eyes. I recognize him as the guy who wouldn't let me in earlier. I smiled, preparing to open my mouth so I could thank him for letting me in. However, it seems to make him agitated. Just leave. Go away. What the hell? What? I told you, go away. Just as he was about to pull me from the bed, the other dark-haired man moves closer to him. For you know better than to do that. Hey! He turns to me, his face a mixture of confusion and curiosity. Who are you? I was my out to answer, but the other guy, Von is his name, I think moves in between us again. Victor, you can't be serious. There's no need to learn this girl's name. Von turns to me with dagger shooting out of his eyes. Out. Now. What? You heard me. Get out. Wait, you answer. Look, I'm sorry to make such a ruckus out here. I glanced at the boy on the other side of the room. There is a stomach there and I really need to... I don't care, just get out. He takes a hold of my good arm, tugging it slightly upwards. What? No, please. You wouldn't want to make a car aware, would you? Depends on what you mean. Out. I pouted sadly, putting on my curious face. This always works when I'm asking for favors. It has a 100% success rate. Try it and test it. One stares at me for a moment before frowning. Out. Now. My mouth opens when I realize that my foolproof tactic has just failed. I break free from his grasp and cross my good arm over my chest, holding to my bandaged arm. What? You aren't such a gentleman, are you? The other man chuckles softly. Well, he's not a gentleman at all, lady. I turn back to Vaughn, who is currently staring at me with eyes of steel. Why aren't we leaving yet? What? I can't believe the rudeness of this guy. Come on now, let's listen to her story. But Victor! The young man named Victor only shakes his head. She's scared, can't you see? You can't just pull her out of bed. He points at me. You, what are you doing here? Me? Yes, you don't think I would ask my brother that question, would you? I look back and forth toward them, realizing there's no way. Just answer his question. Oh! Hello, I'm Carly. I was on a hike, I think, and then I fell, and now I'm here, and there is nowhere else to go. If it's okay with you, I would like to stay here for the night. It doesn't really seem that the storm will let up anytime soon. The two young men look at each other, as if they are thinking of what to do next. I bite my lip in angsty. I'm already inside, lying on one of their beds. I'm not sure why they are still torn on whether or not they should let me stay. But if they won't let me stay, I'll be forced to stay the night outside. And if I go outside, I'm scared. You're scared of what? What is what they said. Hey, are you scared of the rain? No. In my mind's eye, I suddenly see a flash of blue appear. A shiver ran down my spine as I remember my earlier encounter in the forest. I'm scared of those blue things. Blue? The two men suddenly glanced at each other with a frown on their faces. What do you mean, blue? I saw some blue things out there. Scared. Victor closed his eyes for a moment, breathing deeply. Vaughn, on the other hand, keeps his arms crossed in front, looking extremely annoyed. I decide to ignore him for now, making a mental note to get back at him later. The older man opens his eyes, narrowing them a bit at me. Fine. Vaughn's eyes widen in surprise. You're allowing her to stay here? Vaughn, stop being such a meanie. Victor, don't tell me this girl doesn't irritate you. I make another mental check to totally get back at this guy as soon as I can. Victor looks at me up and down, smiling. She's soaking wet. Let her stay for the night. After all, she's already in bed. But Victor! Suddenly, the younger boy from across the room runs behind Victor and looks at him with panic in his eyes. Victor smiles and passes his on the hand. Vern, it's okay. The boy Vern whimpers and looks back at me, half pouting. Vaughn shakes his head, looking disgusted at the turn of events. Whatever. With another roll of his eyes, Vaughn storms out of the room, looking quite pissed. I smile at Victor. Thank you! That's alright, you are just in time actually. Just in time for what? Dinner. Oh. If you could still spare the energy to walk, I'd love it if you ate dinner with us tonight. Oh, thank you, but I really wouldn't want to intrude you guys. I mean, you already fixed me up, so... I shrug, pointing at my bandages. Oh, it's okay. I insist. It's my very own recipe, so I'd appreciate if you give it a taste. And besides, I was a medical student. It's my job to take care of the injured.
Oh, he has a medical background. That's so cool. You're sure it's okay? I really don't want to disturb you guys too much.
Of course. Turning to Vern, he smiles. Vern, please. Vern helps me get out of bed and assists me as we walk out the door. He barely looks at me though, let alone speak to me. I suppose he's just a really quiet kid. I look around me in wonder and amazement as we make our way through the house. I say house even for mansion would be the most suitable term. If there was one thing I was right about, it's this mansion's ancientness. Dirty old paintings hang in the dusty walls, making everything look like a mini palace. We pass through a large vacated room with a beautiful chandelier up above. Come to think of it, I think this place could have been a private office once. The four of us continue walking inside the house, and I realize how hollow and devoid of life the whole place seems. Here are three young men who seem to be at the peak of their lives, living in a decrepit old mansion in the middle of nowhere. They are living the dream. Something about this strange setup gives me the chills. I glance at the three as we walk. They don't look any different or even dangerous, especially Vern. The boy looks like he couldn't even hurt a fly. Finally we arrive at the long dining table. To be honest, it looks nothing like a dining table to me. The shelves of books lined up against the wall aren't helping either.
That table near the windows is creepy. I can almost imagine someone sitting there and watching everyone as they ate.
Victor tells us to take our seats wherever we want, and I'd end up sitting across Vern and Von. Victor sits across from us. After a bit he stands up to leave. I try to look questioningly at the two other young men, but Vern won't meet my gaze and Von is looking at me too sternly. Sighing, I just close my eyes. Victor returns after a few minutes with a tray of food. He starts serving us quickly, much to my surprise.
Oh, thank you.
He smiles as he hands me a napkin. Can you eat without help, or do you need one of us to assist you? I feel an embarrassed blush creeping up on my face.
No, I'm fine. I can eat with my left arm, don't worry.
Alright, if you say so. After he had finished setting the table, we all take a sip of the soup.
Wow, you made this! It tastes wonderful!
You think so? Oh, shucks. It's not bad. Not bad. I roll my eyes at the other guy's comments.
It tastes really awesome.
Turning to Victor, I smile.
It's a good thing it's you who's cooking and not anybody else.
Ouch. I feel daggers go straight to my soul as Von's steely gaze meets mine. I don't know if anyone will be able to not learn how to cook when they are always assigned to kitchen duty.
There are some people like that.
And I'm not some people. He loves cooking, that's it. Hey, you love my cooking, don't you, Vern? It's not bad. Victor chuckles softly. The lull in the conversation gives me the opportunity to ask them about something that's been bugging me for a while now.
Hey, I was just wondering, what are you three doing here?
Living. Von suspiciously looks at me. Wow, why do you care? I flinch, forcing a smile to my face.
Hey, it's the middle of nowhere.
Of course we're somewhere, what did you think?
But you're up in the mountains, so why?
My voice falters and we all turn to the direction of Vern, who looks up at us with no expression on his face. Sorry. Without another word, he picks up the broken pieces of chinware from the floor. Victor wipes his mouth with a napkin and sighs. Boys. He stops and sighs again. One gives me a death glare and I feel myself shiver. Shake my head as if to dispel all this vibe coming from the blonde guy. I try to change the topic on the conversation.
Hey.
Victor stops eating halfway, his spoon still in the air. Yes?
Anyway, I just wanted to thank you guys for taking care of me when I fainted. And for the bounties, of course.
The first and the last brother both look at each other, while the middle one looks like he couldn't care less. After a pause, Bernd smiles softly at me. We're just glad to help someone out. Von rolls his eyes. Oh, we can definitely help someone out. Victor shoots his brother a disapproving look. As I glance at Von, I sigh to myself. I am so obviously unwelcome here. Me, my beauty, unwelcome. Whew. The nerve of these guys. Remind me to leave first thing in the morning. Hey, you.
Huh?
You leave first thing in the morning, okay?
What? Hey! I have a name, you know.
Victor chuckles, clearing his throat. He looks almost relieved somehow. Oh, that's right. It seems we forgot to properly introduce ourselves. I'm Victor. He looks at the other two expectantly, but I know that one of them is way too angry at me, while the other simply doesn't care enough to introduce himself to me. Victor's eyebrows furrow, but he just sighs and proceeds to introduce them himself. And these are my brothers, Grumpy Von and Scary Cat Vern. I'm not grumpy. Von protests, glaring at me.
And I'm not a scaredy cat.
Vern just blushes. Well, what do you know? Victor's eyes shines brightly as he smiles at me. And you?
Coralie.
Coralie.
Yeah, I'm a half.
Oh, a half. What, half annoying and half irritating? Or perhaps half an outsider and half an unwanted guest? I feel my eyes widen at his words. Without wanting to, I feel my eyes starting to well up with tears. His eyes darken all of a sudden as he looks me down. Or perhaps half living and half. Victor bangs his hand on the table, causing all three of us to look at him. That's not the right way to treat a lady, Von. Thomas pressed Victor suddenly drops his brother, giving him a devil glare. I don't care. Why couldn't we just let her soul get lost for eternity? His voice sends shivers down my spine. Both Victor and Vern stare at their brother in horror.
Wait, what did you just say?
While I don't exactly understand the full extent of what he said, I could definitely feel that it wasn't anything good. The three brothers all look at me, surprised. What?
Von, what did you say? Lost for eternity?
Von's eyes are still set harshly, but I see a hint of nervousness in his gaze. The youngest brother holds his utensils tightly. Well, time for bed.
No, wait. Why did you say that? Is there something about this list that I don't know about?
Kara, it's nothing important. Push it to the limit! Or forget it. Honestly, I'm super curious, so I shake my head slowly, forcing a smile on my face.
No, I heard Von say something. Which might have not been the greatest of ideas to ask about, but I don't care at the moment. It's okay, Von. You can tell me, I think.
The sad guy looks at me with an incomprehensible gaze. To my surprise, he just laughs. A little forcefully, if you ask me. I read that dance not to figure out a simple joke.
A joke?
In my mind, I know he's not saying the truth.
That didn't sound like a joke. What is this place? Really?
The three brothers look at each other again. I curse myself under my breath for not understanding their silent conversations. Vern glanced at me weirdly, and I turned to Von, certain that he's hiding something. Surprisingly, all I see in his eyes is rage. We took you in, so you don't dare question us about our home. else you want to be kicked out again out there in the rain. Take your pick. I clenched my fist, trying to repress my anger. Boop! Of course, she will stay. I mean, we don't want to get her sick because of the rain, right?
Victor told me I could stay here. I think you would like it or not.
I glanced at Victor, whose eyebrows had risen up, making me look surprised at my words. Vern seems to have noticed our bickering as well, and he looks at us with a worried look on his face. On the other hand, Von's eyes are now spewing fire at me. Really now?
Yeah, and I'm not leaving unless you brothers want me to.
He growls at me slightly, narrowing his eyes. Turning away from me, he looks at his brothers threateningly. Vern glances at him, but goes back to eating his meal. As expected, Victor just shrugs, trying his best to look innocent. Don't tell me none of you are willing to kick her out. His question is greeted with silence. What? Victor, are you really going through with this? She's injured, Vaughn. You know I can turn away people who need my help. I feel a burst of hope surge through me. Vaughn just scoffs at him, looking disappointed, much to my disgust. How could a person send away an injured person, I wonder? Vern, even you? He looks at his youngest brother in surprise. You don't want to kick this outsider out. I find myself doing a little Victor dance in my head as Vern shakes his head slowly. I thought you didn't like outsiders. The young brother remains silent, sipping his soup quietly. Fine. He crosses his arms and reclines back on his chair. So, have we finally settled this? I smile while Vaughn just rolls his eyes.
Yeah, we're fine, I think.
Yep, you're definitely fine. Vaughn just coughs again and throws his napkin on the table, getting ready to stand up. Victor makes the surprised middle brother get back to his seat with a whack of the former's index finger. What? The oldest brother sighs and glances at the youngest of the family.
Nobody can leave the table unless everybody leaves.
Except for some special cases. Victor smiles and realizes that he's actually pretty cute.
What the hell am I thinking?
The oldest brother clears his throat, thankfully, snapping me from my thoughts. Heard that, Vaughn? You're already 22, yet a 19-year-old can follow the rules better than you do. Vaughn glares at him. And you're only 23, Victor. Stop acting like you're so old. I'm your older brother, so of course I'm still older than you. Now get back down on your seat. Vaughn rolls his eyes, but nevertheless does what he's told. I do another little happy dance in my mind. A pretty evil happy dance.
Yeah, what are we waiting for anyway?
Victor smiles at me. Room has sirens. Vaughn's mouth falls open, and Vern looks at his eldest brother, wide-eyed. Yeah. Victor, we have more than a dozen rooms in this place. Can't we just push her somewhere where she can stay out of our way? I think it's a good idea to let her stay somewhere here, Vaughn. He answers slowly, as if speaking to a young child who still lacked understanding. But she already slept in Vern's room, so I suppose it would be best if we let her stay there. And that's why Vern is going to stay in your room, Vaughn. In my what? Victor smiles devilishly at his brother. And where do you want me to stay? In the guest room. The middle brother brings his hand onto the table. You mean the unkept, unclean room? Victor nods happily. Too happily if you ask me. Exactly. I'm sure we'll do a good job cleaning up. What? Victor dabs his lip with a napkin before smiling at his brother again. By the way, Vern has already assisted Kara tonight. Since she's still injured, we should take turns helping her on. It's your turn now, Vaughn. The blonde young man looks at his older brother in shock, as if he was unable to believe what was just said to him. Normally, I wouldn't want to be held by such a grumpy guy either, but I suppose I'm in a sadistic mood tonight. Hey, wait. I'll see you tomorrow, Vaughn. Have a nice sleep. He signed out for us to stand up, and he and Vern start walking towards one chamber of the place.
You know what?
Let's end the episode here. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Let's get to sleep first. The four of us stop at the staircase as Victor leaves Vaughn to accompany me to my room. Vaughn turns to me once the other two brothers have gone out of earshot. Don't make any trouble or you're dead. I turn to make comeback at him, but he looks surprised all of a sudden.
Vaughn, what's wrong?
He blinks his eyes for a few more minutes and finally looks at me, still with a hint of distraction in his eyes. Just go to sleep.
Yeah.
He narrows his eyes at me, sighing a bit. Don't be noisy. He turns away, going straight towards the room next to mine. After thinking for a few seconds, I decide to call out to him.
Hey, Vaughn?
He stops but doesn't look back at me.
I'm really sorry for my actions were uncalled for.
He doesn't respond to me, so I continue speaking.
I still do hope we can be friends for
a few seconds, neither of us speak. Finally, he turns around to face me. Go to sleep. Just those 3 words, and he's back in the room, next door again. I smile a bit to myself. It's still irritating how much he's ignoring my beauty, but I guess it's pretty interesting too. After all, I'm getting really tired of guys who are willing to throw themselves at my feet. I shrug to myself, still with a smile to myself. Taking one last look at the next door, I enter Vern's room. The first thing I notice about his room is the lack of visible windows. Or probably they're just being obscured by these thick blinds in one wall of his room. Deciding to lay on the bed instead, I slowly climb around it, careful not to hurt the right side of my body. Victor has done a really good job of patching me up. I don't feel the pain that much at all, to be honest. Vern's king-size bed is more than enough for me. I snuggle into the soft sheets, enjoying the comfort of his bed. I notice a distinct smell and I move closer to sniff it better.
Smells really good.
Nice perfume. I smile to myself as I lie by myself, staring up at the ceiling. I guess I'm gonna enjoy my stay here. Not that I'll be staying here for long, of course. Alright, now we can end the episode. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you tomorrow, when we are going to bring our lovely girl some happy ending, hopefully. See you in the next one. Bye bye.